Yeah, but like you said, January gets 150 days or something. Well, I cannot believe
Sometimes
it.
it does feel long, but this
Yeah.
particular one, I don't
Nah,
feel it.
nah, I didn't. I think because we're having so much fun every morning and we're looking
Yeah.
forward to the conversations.
Yes, we are. If you're just joining us, it's 9:03 in the studios right now. It's Radio Fry Fry. It's breakfast mix time. 9 a.m. till 11, we are here. And we have a very interesting topic. But before we go there, we do our usual cham cham greeting. Oge for do. For welcome, Una.
Yes. Today I look over ready for this
Uh,
because I feel like I don't even need for read. I just need for like go through it
I
in
don't
my head.
I don't memorize them.
I don't memorize them. So if you don't have free song, good
Eh, you failed.
I failed it. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. My victim people are not vex. So are not vex. Will I go back? I need to go back. On a couche,
Tagbo.
out the body.
Out the body. Out the body.
The body fine. You see. I get some right. And if you did now bo or kenema, boa,
Bisia.
kaingoma.
Now they don't know.
But I think people like forget for tell we
No, today
with
with the
their language.
today with the first una.
Good.
I dey tell you, what
Yeah.
you call we today?
Will it tell you
Tingo
make-
bio. You
yeah.
get for greet we at that one.
So if you not sabi talking language, if I go ask one time, we'll say how then they greet because if I call radio for Africa, I get me for contribution. They go must ask me.
Yes.
If you listen from the Diamond City of Kono, Chia. And the one on master has all. If you
Yes.
if you listen from McKinney, Seke,
Piari.
well. It's a beautiful morning actually, and we're there on 97.1 Fry Radio every Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Remember, so we're in our 5 major cities inside Salon: Freetown, Bo, McKinney, Kenema, and Kono. And besides that, itself, anytime you're at the Salon, and we station very clear.
Yeah.
And every day within I also engage in open, authentic, and everyday realities conversation. Yesterday, and of course, the call lines they be just, but today when I wait for today on topic because today on topic very interesting as well.
Yes.
And it got to do with both man and woman. And yesterday, even though I like the fact that we emphasize say or want woman them for call,
Yes.
but the fact say the man themselves was so interested and then self call and share the experience show say we man then like I be say when we talk about the romantic aspect, our men are really romantic. Like I cannot
Salon man
believe,
at the tell una.
like they are actually there for their partners, being supportive, being understanding and all. I think we need for you more and more than they, but picking like in tap to just belly. The belly day, then the men picking side day. So when you don't come off phase 1, this na phase 2. And today on
Yeah.
topic now,
Raising your first child.
ding, ding.
Raising your first child. I mean, we all know that not everybody can have a biological child, but you can adopt a child from a very young, tender age.
Right.
And we understand it's all part of parenting. There are different styles of parenting.
Right.
And we accept all those forms of parenting. It's important for us. It's important for the children that are being brought up. So I want you to call us today on 088 971 971 to be part of the show and to give us your own view on first time raising your first child,
Yeah.
whether it's adopted now or biological child or anyone.
Anyone.
Yes,
Anyone.
we're interested.
We're interested in
And
knowing.
yesterday we were doing the progress, right?
Right.
First trimester, second
Second
trimester,
trimester.
third. Now you don't born.
Yes.
By today you've already given birth.
Exactly.
And now we're going to give you some tips on how to handle your newborn
Right.
or your new child, and then also some tips on how to take care of your child from a toddler age.
Right.
When we say toddler, we mean from baby age until about age 5.
Right.
That's the toddler age. So we have some wonderful tips to share with you, and we would love to hear your experiences. Tell us.
One for you.
Yes.
One for you.
All them discipline there.
One of the give when they say picking that one always they say you for rub madoni middle
Yes.
the aid because but there's a medical and time for that. There's a medical process for that. Of course, we should get for explain. So saying that your first time when you don't born, make you get better understanding as to what thing exactly they go on with you picking and how best to keep able handle and especially in that first 1 week of in life because that's the most delicate stage of a picking in life and quick. That's and even yesterday begin mention I'm saying when you picking in that stage they not allow people in the olam they kiss them because at that point in time in immunity not developing. But there's so many aspects of your body as well we not develop yet. So it just take 9 months now, but if I like when you cook something and then you need for put them back in a fire for make you steam. So that process, that first 3 months now picking in life, like very delicate period in time. And we there as always for give you tips on how you as a newcomer when you first time can able handle them. And we also look forward to the one that be say, you don't born 5 to 3 picking, you don't become a guru now, for men picking. So you can just know let fan first like cry, picking for cry because you come away saying picking cry, don't begin say he dey cry we see happen. But we did also and we appreciate your contribution.
Yes.
We go for a music break. When we come back, we'll continue for a month. So stay tuned.
On Fry Fry Radio.
It's a beautiful Friday morning, the 14th day of January 2022, and time check from our city clock this morning is 9:20. And if you are listening from Bo, Kenema, McCaney, Connaught, and Freetown, this is the Breakfast Mix with me, Kamara, Sarah Kamara, and
Brigitte Dalton to say.
Yes, we are here every Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. as we engage in open, authentic, and everyday reality conversations. And today is interesting. Yesterday was dealing with your first pregnancy, and we went to first, second, and third trimester. Well, today, let me say you don't born.
You've had the child already.
Yeah, you had the child already. We are 9 months.
Fry baby.
Yes. We are pregnancy really, really fast. And remember that you can join we and be part of the conversation. The number is 088-971-971. You can send we a text message or even call we or text we on WhatsApp. You can also join the conversation on Facebook at Radio Fry Fry. We're live right now. And of course, you can engage in our comment section or we live chat, or you can send me a direct message on Messenger. But be rest assured that we get for read them all. And now we don't ready for can begin.
Well, let read some of the comments then. So when I didn't say comments, then don't begin kind side.
Right.
We have one from Messi Musa King Lord. He said, fry aroma all over. And then we have Michael Kodoza. He says, go fry, listening from UK. Hey, Michael. And then we have Miriam Jallo, who says, fry.
If you not buy a fry, go buy a fry. Mix your tea. Or you buy your apple cider.
May I get me tea? Don't eat with fry this morning.
Don't eat and I think you see Mosira Suma just say, hey, what's on the fry today?
You the carry. Cause we don't born fry picking already.
Yeah, we don't born her already. So now we can't tell on how to take care of you fry picking. Are they ready? I think say that already.
Yes. Sorry. Just quickly, just in case you want to call and be part of the show, it is 088-971-971. Send us a text message. Call us anytime during the show.
All right. So this actually is a guide for first-time parent. You have gone through pregnancy, labor, and delivery, and now you are ready to go home and begin life with your baby. Once home, though, you might feel like you have no idea what you're doing, and hopefully these tips can help the most nervous first-time parents feel more confident about caring for a newborn in no time. And one key important thing as a new mother, you need to remember, you need to be kind to yourself and give yourself enough time. Nobody knows Sabi all thing. No matter how much you cry, no matter how much you try, just no say no more. There's not everything that you get for no. So just go for give yourself time, be patient, and not just push yourself and compare yourself with other people then, because to be honest with you, you have no idea how themselves able for navigate through their own first time experience. So that's why we then ask for help on her, basically. So considering getting help during this time, which can be very hectic and overwhelming. While in the hospital, talk to experts around you. Many hospitals have feeding specialists or lactation consultation who can help you get started on nursing or bottle feeding. Nurses also are a great source to show how to help hold, burp, change, and care for your baby. I think that's a key important thing, for ask for help.
Yeah, it's very good to ask for help.
That's why I say the people in the camp Omungo, people as them waiting on their mama. Because trust me, that first period can be so overwhelming. And the thing is, as always, new mothers then can struggle with is the sleeping pattern. It's a sleeping pattern. Because here's one thing you need to understand. When you been get the belly, now next when you lead up, now the experience say you begin to move way too much. That's when they're active. During the day when you up and waka, then can they still now you belay. So that and then they're used to for them nets and then you morning. Morning, and then you net. So then sleeping pattern will change. I make if you go born out, when they tell you say, you picking for sleep na something. So when you picking the sleep na something, you self sleep.
Yeah.
So now next way in day up, it day up. And one thing we know about newborn them, as it's 12 o'clock, they all they open. I mean 12 a.m. That was I was working at the heart. That was the part I hated. Like, can you sleep? But they would not sleep. But the thing is, it's not like it's be 5 o'clock. As if 5 o'clock in the morning, all side they make yeah.
Wow.
Now they tell we get that one woman we eat and responsible for what's them. In the come by then 7. And I'm 7 ready for now. And so I don't make people sleep all night. Myself, I'm not going to sleep at the car soon. So it was like, it's a crazy schedule. But you as a newcomer, need for sleep with you picking. When you picking the sleep na something, make sure say sleep. So you're not going to become overwhelming. And make it, as a mother, even if you're working, it's allowed to have a maternity leave. So you can then house and go through that process and not put so much waiting. And of course, get help. You as a man, make sure say you get you help. Because trust me, in that period, you're not able to come again, begin clean house. Begin to cook, begin to do all things like say it not just born. And again, remember saying also everybody not the same. So we keep that in mind. And make in-home help can be very, very helpful. That person will help you for was
The baby.
wash the baby, help you with house chores, clean the baby in clothes and this. And you go even that process, and I say they can begin for learn how for feed and for breastfeeding. I think we'll get down to that in as we go along. But let me just give you a few tips on how for handle your newborn baby, and keeping in mind that the newborn baby also the immunity not build it. Make sure say before you hold them, you always wash you on.
Yeah.
They are at a risk of infection. So make sure anybody where all you picking at that point get clean and or if you neighbor wash their hand, make them just, hi, oh, it's cute. But make them they far away from the picking just because not so proud like how we say, but now for protect you picking against
Any
infection because
yeah.
at that point they're very delicate and anything can happen. And always make sure say you support your bikini aid. Like he tell you say me bikini you and always they on the bikini because at that point they never support no part of the body. Nothing they able to do for themselves. So always make sure say you and the other whether you lay on your shoulder you and for the whether they all am so but you I'm glad they say all am so okay they can see me. So whether you the all am so you always I think until 3 months or so that's when they advise you say okay now left for pool. But some picking like in the 1 month and not able to support the aid but still continue because and they call and say them pandemic baby them back they get a young kind energy and stuff. And I think people can do this which very very much risky especially for the picking in brain. Like never ever shake your newborn whether in play or frustration. Never. Shaking can cause bleeding in the brain and even death. If you need to wake up your infant, don't do it by shaking. Instead, tickle your baby's feet or gently blow on the cheek. Not ever shake your peak. You know what I say? No. Don't do it. Because at that point in time, I don't forget the medical terms because you don't say, there are fusions of the brain, right? And this thing where they can say, and I also say, in life they blow. So the even though the cranium, the skull of the bikini brain don't develop
yeah.
and in brain inside the thing is that they fuse like adults because during labor they go for lap on top of them so for make the pikin able come out. So now when the pikin don't come out like 1 week after 1 week or 1 month after I tell the brain and the skull waiting and calling they begin fuse together begin waiting. So at that point in time there is still space in between. There is 5 space. You get the one way they come from ya tego bien. You get one way come so. You get 1 week come so. And at that point in time, like now just membrane I hold them together, right? Membrane like something like snot, what they say snot, now hold them together and they're not even fused yet. So if you go shake your baby now and the brain go jam and within, it can cause bleeding and even sometimes death. When I can advise say not ever allow a person shake your baby. And in fact, not even remember person the only baby, like I always say. And make sure say your baby is securely fastened on the carrier stroller or car. Limit any activities that could be rough or bouncy. One thing we can make me heart the courts walking in the streets. Now where they see people and they put them picking them inside motor car.
Up and bike. Just two time
anyhow. Like me and so I can see so then they call seat belts and they picking like saying picking like 1 year, 2 year old. I'm like, what happened? Like even if you master break safe, that pikin can go jam in head now. Like anything can happen. But people are so comfortable taking risk with their child. Like you have no idea. These are the developmental stages of the pikin. And even though pikin them, of course, then first then they put themselves in danger all the time. But you don't have to be the person that way they put them in danger times 10. Because your responsibility is to look after them, protect them. And if you say belle at but for take care of Pekin, trust me, it is 10 times harder. So you need to be on alert and make sure anything that has to not happen. Another one is remember that your newborn is not ready for rough play, such as being juggled on the knee or throw in the air. That way they can say, "Sena I catch him."
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm asking God. Hey, God. Me asking God. Not so only because, of course, the brain and the cranial nodon fuse it together, but there are so many aspects of the body where still even the organs then they're not settle yet. Who side them for settle? Like everything is so delicate. So at that point in time, if you say now for just the turn the picky waiting, and so some people the way they can see some people they become very careful, be like, oh, not do me picking, so I say, now you first don't begin born. No, but also you first don't be. But these are the realities that we tend to overlook. And if you as a nurse, you go to a hospital, you dey work in a hospital, as a nurse expose me to a lot of them things there because you see some of the complications of people and they go with them. And maybe they wonder like how they able to get them. But you find out, say, if you check, they say, me, I don't know. Now, so no, I wake yesterday morning, I just see me picking this so. But if you check, you realize, say, now neglect don't cause them. Probably don't let and give person maybe say, you don't even know how to care for picking. You don't only picking in one. And there was this instance or case where we say, we get a pediatric ward where we say, the woman carried in a 4-month-old baby, and this thing hand on come on in socket.
Wow.
He say, you know, if you know, you just wake in the morning, normally it's guy for taking picking, but in picking, they cry, they feel pain. So you can't an hospital, now check out as I make here, I see this hand on come on the socket, and can be saying a very happy picking. So everybody they told them. So probably person go don't mishandle them, and of course this in bone not settle yet now. It's okay. And one way or the other, it don't come on. And for put down the back was a whole other process. Person then go Sam for go do surgery again. And of course that picking in hand don't become disfigured for life. So these are things that we need for really take into consideration as we take care of a newborn baby. A newborn baby, a picking baby say, trust me, they are very, very delicate and enough care needs to be taken for make we not damage them for life. So these are the new tips. You get more tips that you need to give. But these are the ready to know tips that you need for knowing handling. So now we can go to bonding and soothing.
Yes, and before we go to that one, I want to read some of the Facebook messages that we're getting. Yusuf Mosiri Suma says, raising your first child is part of the world, is like fighting corruption in Sierra Leone, which is so difficult. Do you agree? He says, because please don't forget to discuss the importance of communication in a relationship as promised. We have already done that. Kamara Edwina says, child raising is amazing and hard. My son is 10 months now. I just the primer for it and now he's laughing. Mrs. Edwina, she say good morning. And Yusuf Mosiri Suma says, one of the most difficulties faced by a new lactating mother is the area of breastfeeding.
Oh my God.
Many of them don't know how best to handle the breast for the child, neither how to position their babies well. It's true. Very, very true.
Yeah.
We do see that. That's why it's very good to seek medical advice, to have a nurse. You have your mother, if you do, or your mother-in-law, whoever, that you're a woman that is close by, that has experienced something or knows about it.
Exactly.
That can support in the process. And we want to tell you about how important bonding and soothing a baby really is. So bonding is one of the most wonderful things you can do with your baby.
Right.
And in terms of bonding, it creates like an emotional connection. So they usually say that mothers, you should keep your baby quite close. You should hold them. Even the dads, you can hold your baby. Because then your baby knows your touch, your feel, your hugs, your smells. It's very, very important. So that's how babies know, like just from the scent, without even having to see properly, who their father is, who their mother is, and who a stranger is, through that bonding experience. Cradling as well is very, very important. And like I said, skin to skin contact is very important, especially when feeding. When feeding when feeding your baby as a mother. And massage.
Oh yeah.
When you're massaging your baby, it's very, very important. Some people don't know that you can actually massage a newborn.
Yeah, especially when you wash them, like when you don't wash them, or you lay them in a bed, use madoni or on the lotion, but mostly oil or baby oil or actually madoni. You massage in spine, in back, in foot, in under.
You see that your baby loves you extra. By the way, this topic, For some of us that have not had any children, we're like all over the place, like, oh my God, this one is so cute. I love this one. We've looked at so many pictures. We love babies, by the way.
Oh my
That's
God.
why this topic is so important to
Right.
us. So massage is very, very important. If you not be the massage you begin, na for begin want it. We don't wasa with nice warm water. You rub the madoni, right?
Right.
You rub an nine body in arms, in legs, in chest, in back. Even sometimes when you dey abroad, and they tell you say na for do am before you dey send you pikin to sleep.
Right.
Because they help for soothing body
Yeah.
and kind of like relax the body.
Right.
And then the pikin they know say, okay, when they don't do this to me, means say
they can't
I
sleep,
for
oh.
can't sleep. And not gonna be wide awake. So massaging is very important anyway. Just like an adult, you back where you stress. If person massage you, I they tell you
dey
that
feel
thing where that
fine.
massage they do to you.
You dey feel fine.
Relax.
In fact, now sleep safely, you want sleep.
So you for do the same with you, baby. And then of course you get swaddling. And why do you explain? Because me on Korea, not fine for talk and this whole swaddling. When I go they tell me say that terminology one I don't use and I understand no swaddling. Now you know the English word, yeah? I don't teach you new word today.
Well, swaddling basically means when they wrap you picking a wrapper. You know, and everybody gets immune technique where every culture gets. Some cultures it varies. You know, some man can just take lapper, pass the picking, put them inside, and you get overseas. Maybe say they get special swaddling clothes and they give because at that point in time they need the baby for it help with the posture.
Yeah.
There's this one where they put together like a
Look,
sticker.
we're showing the picture.
Good, that's the
actually.
one. That's the one. Why make swaddling important now? Because it help with the picking in information of in spinal cord. It keep a structure. Like just like I say, when you born picking, in now outside all in or other development they can't complete.
Yes.
So in spinal cord don't develop inside you belly, but you can if you realize say like they already been full. So now when they come out and they come like straight. So the thing where you can do as mama for help make sure so you picking get a good posture, a good structure, and making spinal cord this straight. Now the way you just swallow lamb, you know, wrap them fine and waiting. And now you not make them so easy. Like this so way they look at the screen is like a closer. You just they put the picking inside, where I'm and just button them and lamb. Some people like can advise say like especially for newborn where you dey go like where you go like, where you massage and done before you sleep you wear
Yeah.
make it dey throughout the net
If
and
you
now
do
we go
that to
clean
me, even me, I'll fall asleep.
and you dey find out say the pikin go enjoy the sleep so much because you no need for worry for the turn and
Exactly.
stuff and I can advise as well for do am for like every net until the pikin old 3 months and then they help for keep the spinal cord in structure but some man now as in pikin 1 or 2 weeks or 3 weeks this he don't left the wrapper for himself for nah you for still continue for do am because just like I was that pikin don't come inside that bed nothing in us be now waiting you they teach am and our responsibility for make sure say in developmental stages you go through them and you not interrupt them.
Exactly.
Some man can say me a short me a this or some man can say like in back in
full,
butu
yeah.
and he waiting can say how you manage butu but now the early stages of in life and what you go through and swaddling very 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 important.
Yeah.
And of course you now go tell me go through the process of how you can able put your pikin in a good swaddling.
Yes. Well, I know because we don't show the picture.
Yes.
When I don't see the picture, if I go into technicality, how to do that wrapping, we go get
We go
lost
there
my
and
yard. So just find a nurse, a midwife,
Right.
and someone who has been doing something like that to teach you how to swaddle your baby properly.
Right.
And then say not for swaddling after 2 months.
Right.
Because when you do it after 2 months, it increase the risk for it get sudden infant death
yeah.
syndrome. So because you dey constrain them,
Yeah.
it go cause that. And so then say after 2 months you not for do that at all. Remember this now Radio Fry 97.1 FM. It is the Breakfast Mix where we talk about everyday realities, different kind of topics, everything we talk about it. And we are here 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. You can join us by calling us on 088 971 971. That's 088 971 971 to be part of the show. I am Brigitte Dalton to say,
And I am Kamara Sarah Kamara.
and we continue our conversation. So now we're moving on to diapering.
diapering.
Yeah, some mothers are like, why this speaking the all I get for changer? Now 10 I don't use so, now 15 I don't use so. And the diaper expensive. Yeah. It's
But-
all part of having a baby.
But you can buy nappy.
Yeah. You also have that
So
method.
it's reusable.
Yeah.
Just that in more like you add the workload because you
Yeah.
did for bootcamp, make sure stay clean and all that stuff in the day. But it's very important because diapering is important because at that point in time, you can able control in bowel movement, enable control peace, enable control the other side.
Yes.
So if unless you want to make it do it all over your bed, all over your body, all over because then I not even care. They talk to them so they just
Yes,
by you.
exactly.
And you get it faster when I vomit. Sometimes you just they talk to them, they feed them, they feed that they vomit by you.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, they don't know nothing and just they watch you know waiting they want to do and they do and can compare picking them to old people them because
Yeah.
that's the point where you don't reach as an elderly. There's
happens.
there's certain things that you cannot control about your body and just they happen and it's involuntary. So
Indeed.
and
So for diapering, then say minimum on a minimum basis, it's about 10 times a day.
right.
You did change a newborn baby's diaper. Imagine. And now like 70 times a week. I don't know, almost packets dandy because I should say one packet now like 56 or sometimes it can be a little bit more.
Right.
So like you need one packet
Right.
for the entire week. Sometimes even more than that. It depends on the child. And then say some of the things that we need for put in place, especially when it comes to diaper, or some of the things that we need for look out for. You need for fen diaper ointment.
Right.
So when you change your baby, of course you need baby wipes.
Yeah.
Diaper wipes is very, very important. Where you the change you picking. I actually like the method where salon they use, like when they change the diaper, then they wash the picking in waste. It's
Yeah.
actually very, very clean.
Yeah, that's better.
Yes,
I
it's
think
only
that's the one my mama teach we all.
yeah, it's
for
only when
picking.
you go out, like when you're a bit restrictive,
Right.
you know, then at your comfort zone, then the baby wipes very, very important. But if you then are also actually very good if you wash or find a cloth
Right.
that you can wipe the baby's bottom with, and it also very good for use ointment because sometimes what can happen is that the diaper where the picking they wear or the nappy where the picking they wear it again rash. And a common thing would happen to all picking them. So you just need to be careful about that. And also where you whip gal picking, you get for whip from in bottom to in front. Because you get to be careful of unitary tract infection, especially for girls.
Right.
And so for prevent that, you get a special way where you for whip gal picking, you know, the whipper, the same way I the whip boy picking.
Right.
And cleanliness is very important for the child. Then we have bathing basics.
Bathing basics.
Yes,
So
we
this
the
one-
wash you picking.
This one really, really difficult, especially for new mothers.
Yeah.
Because for old picking first, I think I've been afraid for old picking, a new baby. Because at this point in time, they not only are they delicate, you have to be very careful.
Yeah.
But then get this thing when they like as they begin so at the frame like oh my god, 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 what am I doing? So it's really, really scary. You know, can say now during the bathing period, right? Oh my god. And it can be very difficult because at that point in time there are two things that are going on. They're shaking a lot and they're crying. Which can be frustrating because you don't even know waiting they happen. So for bathing basics, first of all, you should give your baby a sponge bath until the umbilical cord falls off and the navel has healed completely, which can take 1 to 4 weeks. We mean sponge bath, a sponge bath, not say sapo. That means
That's
soft,
soft sponge,
or
yes.
then get them handkerchief. Then now when they use when a sapo, now in fine for use for whilst picking by then 10 day. Because if you keep in mind, say in skin still there in the developmental stage, you know, waiting is very soft and delicate, and no one for can take strong sapo for can come down to a point that way be say you can begin cause bleeding to in blood vessels, them which of course still in the final stages of the developmental stage. And of course as well until the circumcision heal for boy picking them, and that now from 1 to 2 weeks. And a bath or 2 times a week is the first year is fine. Ooh, let me go first caller already. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where the call from, please.
My name is Ibrahim Sam. I call from Kono.
Okay. You get contribution to the
Winchena.
program. Winchena.
Winchena.
Chia.
Kasia Tama.
Ah.
Yeah. The topic we are discussing today is very interesting.
Okay.
So let the first guy thing I guess we was we managed the because of when the baby don't go now, like then 8 months.
Right.
Let me see, 7 months. From 7 months now, I made a book because of I know I made link for the booking book, and he asked me to kiss her. So I can the book. I did get water. Even for water for was, I made the get time for him. Saying was, when that was, I didn't make sure say I didn't have a place. I didn't know me call me. They say I want to see you. This is with Bonnie, the morning me. I said, "Bonnie, Mama did it." They said, "No, again I want to see." Yes. So I come. I rush. So if I don't want to come quick, they can say, "Okay, if you not come, na net, it can be na net, eh? Can be na net, eh?" I just give I come. I go by quick. I go na house. So I go say, "Boy, I go be the first no more. I go be the first you." I don't catch you. Say no go. But I want to only keep me time small because the physically about the picking the shake at the same food and the food at the film. Back at the go let me eat only what let me eat. I feel the punch. The way the belly, the way the picking the tone.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel and I let me have I feel in food. I don't listen food on hand. So I can talk to her. I say, "That day I wait for you." Yes. So I don't do all that. See, at the end of the day, I deliver.
Okay.
I deliver. So like that one I be the say or call person on either for send the woman or woman kumga. I don't believe in that because I don't get problem with that. I'm a firstborn. Yes, because of where I get my firstborn, they say another expenses. So they picking they kumga go do to me to me big sister.
Right.
You go there. I begin count girlfriend at the rules because I pick an house. That man doesn't do what I want. So I begin count girlfriend and so from that time I get complication. So I avoid that. So that me own gap between now me in the say women now. And I be the off 9 o'clock. I be off 7 o'clock na net. For no more I go quick na house.
Right.
You understand? Eh?
Yeah.
So because of in the above me, they call me. I want to see you. The beginning more than me.
Okay.
Yes. Sometimes I come where I come. I made the car with for her. I go to the market. I made the family picking. I made the WhatsApp. I change a young baby, 2 months baby. People without can guide me. Yes, I said because of I need for go. You know, I don't know for go call person or for go wait for person instruction. I know how for handle the young baby.
Right.
So they are the worst and fine. Otherwise, changing a pee or changing a pee. I feed them. I buy you and say maybe sleep. When sleep, when marry meet up and sleep. So picking surprise. How you do that? I think for no reason I like picking. You know. I be the same from long. I be the place where I put them picking them. I don't go see my minimum. I say I need to do them. Yes. So when the kind I really picking say don't cook. He don't cook. I say don't finish. That's what it is. I said well, I go back now shop. It's no problem. I let the picking jam. While they come, I buy grab water because when you see the picking the lady has that I buy that grab water. Go to pharmacy. I buy the grab water. Come with some. It in the doubt. Because you know the time say. I was thinking about it because when the picking, I did do apple with them. He said, "I need to go." I don't want to pharmacy. I saw young to be in the lady. I feel the crack too much.
Yeah.
Then I said, "I was thinking for you." They said, "Best for and grab water." Yeah. Yes. They for waiting. They for the black kaka. Only come on and belong for because my young baby.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. So I buy them. I can cost me any pressure. I buy them. I count them. In the surprise, who's carrying white water? I think you fine. Now doctor then go tell me go there sabi.
Okay.
I forget it. As we get it, we need to sleep. We need to sleep more than 2-3 hours. We be surprised. I can be about 15 past me. So I say I follow you. Also, una woman no more no more picking. Business man they okay try.
That's true.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I can picking 6 years of age. Yeah, 6 years. Say now, even though my mother left we, but we not the feeling too much because of. The picking dog used to me, and they don't see and see. I mean, you don't take care of until from when Ma left me 1 year. Now it is 6 years. Still I take care of him.
Okay. Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining at the show today, and thank you for sharing your experience with me.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's important, like how we're saying, the form of support can come anyhow.
Right.
Okay, we have another
A
caller.
caller.
It could be family, it could be somebody else outside. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How's the morning? How's sleep?
Fine, thank you. Your name on whose side you call from?
The same man yesterday when I checked Masarin from the station, Masaila.
Okay.
Yeah. When I will talk to him, let's say for the massage, you know, to no more for him.
Okay. What's my young contribution?
So like when you need massage, you know.
Okay.
I can come up from here to Kaila or my go card. So like if I don't need massage, no problem.
Now for talk to you, F.
So now for talk to you, let me know how for massage you.
Okay.
I know massage is different. So this one, I reality massage for doing 2 years.
Okay. Thank you very much.
We'll get a few comments then from Facebook as well.
Okay.
Yusuf Mosire, they continue for talk. He say, it will be good if the Ministry of Health, through the government, taking it into consideration by having a special sensitization on when and how lactating mothers to hold their babies correctly. And he says massaging is important, but how to do it is a concern, especially for lactating mothers at rural areas, but where such information doesn't reach. And he say he wish for join me one day on the breakfast show for Talking Mind.
Okay.
And then Margaret Maria Masano say, good morning, ladies, great topic. Can you please talk about raising a first child whilst dealing with postpartum disorder? Yes, it all falls part of it because that's the your psychological aspect, because some mothers do not connect with their babies. Let's take this call.
Vijay studies psychology, so be rest assured. Oh, okay, that's a flash. We don't lose that call, Eddie.
Okay, what
so
a shame.
Margaret, no worry. Vijay studied psychology, and I think she'll be, very much capable in enlightening us in that department.
Yes. Just quickly, postpartum disorder is when a mother does not connect with their child, and they find it very difficult to even connect with their child, to be with their child, to care for their child, and they almost seem like they don't care. Like whether the child is crying or something is wrong with the child. And sometimes you go meet the person like, you're picking the cry, and it's that disconnect that they have, and sometimes it could lead to abuse as well. That shaking that you were explaining, that frustration, that keep quiet, I'll tell you they make noise. It comes from that you don't have the connection, and it's not your fault. It's just how your body and your mental status has reacted to that child. It can cause neglect. So if you are facing that you cannot connect with your baby, you don't feel any sort of love or whatever, then there's something wrong.
Right.
And you should see a psychiatrist or somebody in the medical health system that can help you to deal with that. Usually what they would say is an extended person should always be with you to ensure that the child is well taken care of, because at times you will neglect that child. So moving on with our tips as well. We've already explained about bathing or bathing your baby, about circumcision, and now feeding and burping your baby. You have different ways you can feed your newborn. For most ladies, they're lucky enough to breastfeed.
Yeah.
And you said yesterday, will be the meku fry baby. You will say you for breastfeed up to 6 months.
Yeah,
exclusively.
Yeah.
And for some mothers who do not lactate enough or are not able to provide for their child through that means, it's a bottle.
Right.
You can either put the milk in the bottle or you can buy powdered milk that you can give to your baby. But feeding is very, very important. And the child, generally they give you a own timetable of when you want to eat.
Exactly.
Because sometimes it will suck Bobby for like 5 minutes, maybe half an hour pass, it wants back.
Right.
Maybe 20 minutes pass, it wants back. And some others can say, you need just eat one. You need just eat and then you just forget about this thing. The babies, remember, like if you they drink milk constantly or water,
Right.
because you don't get anything else way strong enough for sit inside you belly, you they angry fast.
Right.
So now so they picking back day. And
plus they're developing at a rapid pace, and they need the nutrients for keep up.
exactly. Will they receive another call?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This Ibrahim Sam Chief from Kono.
Okay.
Like something back for me. Like I want to know.
Come again?
Yes. I said something back for me.
Okay.
Because we get about 5 radio stations on Kono.
Okay.
But sometimes we get some, especially like when I radio they can talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like you see, like you born the pikin with your mama, like when I mean papa. And I say if when I get sex during that period the way the maybe breastfeed the pikin, there's no infection to the pikin. So I don't know. They can talk about only do I do, but I think I would do some inquiring them. I don't know.
Okay.
If it's fine or not.
Okay. I think this is okay. I go answer your question. I think this is coming from the medical point of view. Where then can say, you did banfa pikin. Medically, it's not correct because there's no way you did banfa the pikin. Because here's the thing. The sexual organs, they far away from the bobby. So there is no connection whatsoever. And the baby and the bobby the thing we eat, it produce milk on its own independently. You don't get any connection to the woman in uterus because look at the bobby there. Look at the uterus. So I don't understand how you go say because you do this, you get intimate with your man and they make you don't banfa the pikin. When they say banfa pikin is lack of care, neglect, right? Personal hygiene, the neglect of personal hygiene. Now me can say so if you now man and woman married woman and when I don't born, then can say yourself now after 40 days after you don't born, which can be 6 or 7 or 8 weeks or something like that, then can say okay, it's okay for you to be intimate with your partner and you not get any correlation. Which no one at the thing. It's very important that after the mama, before you touch the pikin, you wash. Yeah, wash yourself, you wash your hand. And even some as a lactating mother, you come on as streets you can before you breastfeed your pikin and so you say, wash your hand, clean the nipple of your baby. And also as the pikin makes so you put on a mouth. Now most times can listen, then pikin are not foul, but now infection the pikin they deal with because of lack of care or lack of personal or poor personal hygiene. Yeah. So again, that's good and they tell you not get any correlation. So you can go ahead, even if you the breastfeed, you can go ahead and you can be intimate with your spouse and it's perfectly okay. There is no correlation between the uterus and the bobby.
Indeed. So moving back to we breastfeeding and burping because we're very limited in time.
Right.
People that want to know the tips and also want call at the same time. So some of them can want ask like how you don't know say the baby want eat. Sometimes they cry. For tell you say it want eat, or it puts in finger in mouth, or it make like sucking sound like when you picking they do that, and it means say it want eat, it hungry. And for most newborns, you they feed them every 2 to 3 hours. The phone line they ring again. We'll get another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Your name and outside the call from?
Your name is Suleiman. I'm going to call from Gambia.
Okay.
And your contribution?
Thank you. Actually, I just appreciating the program actually because I don't learn a lot. I don't listen to the call I call usually like we get the name, you can go mail other side. I don't mean I don't learn experience, but if you say just forget the name, you go bone no sign. I will get to get the balance when I will to get for born and then so that makes me just make me feel happy about that.
Thank you.
So that yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's an inspiring thing, Thank you. Continue you guys, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much for your contribution.
All right then, bye-bye.
It's a very good way to talk about being supportive.
Right.
That's way the woman get belly now two get belly.
Yeah.
Way born now two
don't
born. Way they raise the begin now two.
Because but to have a father figure in your life is very, 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 very important.
Yeah.
It especially for both man and woman. It show you what it means to be a man. It show a woman what it means like to have a father in your life and what are the expectations that you have. These are the ripple effect of every single thing.
Yeah.
Like whatever you they do, whatever care you they show, it's just like where you get to your woman, where they clean, you're abusive towards her, you they beat her. You find out say if you picking, you speak not picking whether man, let's say boy picking they if you say that's the norm, that's how you for treat woman. When yourself big, it continue that habit day.
Yeah.
If na woman, if na girl picking, if you say, okay, that's how love should be. If my man no beats me, that means they not love me because probably they beats me, me mama. So these are things that the program picking. And if you born picking as well, where boy picking, where say where mama be they go through whatever thing, papa they near supportive and this. When you self go, you go and they know like how for behave to woman, also in fellow most are man there. And if na woman self, they don't say, okay, this and this and this now. So man for act towards in woman. So it's very important that when you marry the woman, you they part of in life, they now go through the process together. Because now una two, not so in one. And everything one they do for be una two.
Yeah. Indeed. And if you're just joining us, this is Radio Fry 97.1 FM with me, Brigitte Dalton Sisse.
And Kamara, Sarah Kamara.
And this is the Breakfast Mix. We come here every morning, Mondays to Saturdays, and we have conversations on everyday realities. We have been talking on the topic of raising your first child and what to expect. And, yesterday we spoke about pregnancy, the different stages, and now we're talking about your newborn and moving on from having a newborn and how do you help your baby to grow.
Right.
We've been given several tips on the medical aspects in terms of like how to handle and take care of your baby. We want to go on a short music break, and when we come back we'll continue with our tips and to receive your phone calls. Stay tuned. This is Radio Fry 97.1 FM.
You know what listeners like about our station? It's everything. Radio Fry.
On 97.1. If you are just joining us, today is the 14th day of January 2022, and taking a look at the time from our city clock is 13 minutes after 10 from our city clock, and we are here every Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. bringing to you the Breakfast Mix. I am Kamara, Sarah Kamara, and
Brigitte Dalton Sisse.
Yes. A quick recap for today's conversation. Basically, we have been here talking about raising your first child, and we don't give tips about, what to expect as a new mother, how to handle your child. We don't give bathing advice,
Tips,
all
yeah.
about diapering, circumcision, and umbilical cord. And now we are at feeding. Oh, are we done with feeding and birthing?
We're almost done with feeding.
Okay, so let's get down to it.
Yes, and I want to read some messages from Facebook. We have one from Yusuf Suma, who seems to be a very dedicated listener, and he says, "Hey guys, time is up. Going to take my lectures. Few minutes left. Thanks for the topic being discussed. Wishing to join you guys tomorrow. Fry today, Friday, fry tomorrow, fry every day. Ha 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 ha. And today is Friday at FRYDAY at Fry.
Exactly.
Indeed. And then we also have Michael Cardoza. He says, my tips are, men, swallow your pride. Help your wife as much as you can and be there for your child.
Yeah.
Your family needs a leader. Love, love, love. Keep loving them even when times are hard. Never give up. Keep on going." And the mommy in Yai say, "Wow, my babe, good morning." Good morning to you. Do you have any text messages?
I think I do. I'm trying to get them. Well, not really.
Okay.
Not really.
So let me continue with feeding, right?
Yes, continue
So
with
like I
feeding.
was saying, for you to know when your child wants to be fed, apart from crying, which is the obvious thing, is either they want to be fed or they want to be changed. So crying or their discomfort. And crying is everything.
And I think one key important thing that you know to note as well as a new mother. So if you don't change your pikin, you don't feed them, and say nothing on the one. Just know that they need to cry, and that's how
leave
they
them.
develop their chest muscle and how they can able to develop their lungs as well, because you allow them for it's like a training process.
It is.
So sometimes a child needs to cry. There's nothing that you can do about that. But just make sure you rule out the possibility. Say you're not angry, in pampas no soak, and nothing on the one.
Indeed. And if you want to be part of the conversation, call us on 088-971-971. You can text us, WhatsApp us, send a message. We're receiving a call, right?
No.
Okay, we're not receiving
I'm
a call.
just checking.
Okay, and apart from the baby just crying, you get as well where the pikin put in an 9 months. It'll tell you say why is or it make sucking sound. We all don't see when newborn baby they get in way I they making lip. You don't know say baby na bobby he wants. And for most babies, and they say you get for feed them every 2 to 3 hours. And where they breastfeed, you for take 10 to 15 minutes for each side of the breast, so that you they feed them fully. And it says here that some newborn.
We get a caller.
Okay, let's receive our call.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, my sweet babe.
The mommy yai.
You mommy, yeah?
Celebrate your life too sweet. Thank you so much. Anyway, I get a good time on Facebook with you. Trust me, with this powerful radio station. Trust me, I get a very good time on Facebook.
Okay.
I appreciate you all this morning. You don't come this morning to come, give we, what we need, entertain we and give we, the right things they will need. I love this issue that come up. It's so good. I get a very good time this morning.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
your
very much.
contribution.
And I always be on this radio on Facebook. Thank you.
Thank you. He's one of
Welcome.
our dedicated listeners, indeed, and he's always willing to call us with a happy cheer. Thank you so much. Anyway, continuing. So, where they feed you, baby, most of the time within the swallow and the feeding process, it actually they make them take air in as well.
Yeah.
So, for help prevent your baby from having constant air in tummy, you then say you get for burp you baby, and how you the burp you baby, you for all you baby upright. Only head on your shoulder and support you baby in head and back whilst you dey pat in back gently with the other hand. Or you can sit you baby in your lap and you support in chest with the head with one hand. We get where I the hold the pikin. And again the same tapping motion you the gi. Or you lay you baby face down on your lap.
Right.
And you support in neck and make sure say in chest they up high small, so you're not they lay down flat fully. And again you still do the same patting or rubbing movement, and then where you can to sleep.
Sleeping
because
basics.
most new mothers then they suffer, new families then we
Yeah.
get new pikin then they suffer that side day. And they say pikin for actually sleep 16 hours or more.
No, picking any sleep.
So if for they sleep constantly. Remember saying
And
that 24 hours we get to.
And the only thing wake them now if they're angry or then pampers soak or then they're in some form of discomfort, probably, then they get cramping and then belly, which of course gripe water can help with as well.
Yeah.
And one thing as well, I just want from everything is me come got the left for give them picking bangba, so they call them beta medicine.
Okay, bangba,
because you just need for no say, like how would they say, it's a delicate period in their time, and their organs are not yet fully developed, especially their liver, which acts as a human filter, right? Now they filter every single toxic thing they put in our body. So anything where you drink water, rum, everything that you liver, they filter them. And at this particular point in time in their life, them picking and a small picking,
They're too
young, and the liver not even develop for able go through that process of filtering something as difficult as hard as bangba. So what you do is you give the liver, you exhaust the liver already.
Before
and
you
you can see some picking and of course they can begin develop jaundice. Then the yellow. Then we say call them belly. They become distended and they can go to hospital and say you get liver problem and you ask yourself how I manage. But it's because you don't get bangba say I never me waiting and call them and stuff like that. But it's not really acceptable. I make them say gripe water day. If gripe water is not okay, gripe water you only forget the gripe water all. You mix the gripe water half with hot water, then you give them. And another thing as well where people can take when not take make norm is for give picking water. The thing about breast milk, you get water, you get everything with the picking need. Also man now morning, Sante, net, they give the picking water. And finally says I make some picking and then they cough.
Yeah.
They get that chronic cough because in lung at that point, na sponge, it absorb water. And if you dey give water constantly, you ask, who's that speaking going go pull cold? Now you that the comrade don't give cold because now you they feed them with water and how water they with instead of in body and in liver they waiting and column. Now in chest, now in lungs they go so in lungs they absorb them. And some picking like in level that chronic cold, they probably it leads to death.
Yeah.
And we know one time some people like can become a chronic pneumonia, you go up with them and you can't get sick where be say you're not even born am with. So make we reframe. If the picking thirsty, you know, say you say thirsty, just get the Bobby no Bobby water get Bobby water. Now make it sound that they call and say Bobby water. You get all the water where the picking need at that pre-stage of in life. If after 3 months you begin getting the water,
No problem.
okay.
Yeah.
But that first 2 months is very delicate. When we treat the picking them with care in that period.
Indeed. So for newborn babies, then they sleep up to 16 hours or more. But typically, then they sleep for like 2 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then say if you begin they sleep past 4 hours, you for wake them and feed them because you really need for keep that feeding pattern they continue. Not all babies they able sleep throughout. But by the age of 3 months, then for don't begin for learn that one day for the sleep. You get for teach them how for sleep at certain times, not to when they want sleep or when they want wake. You begin for teach them as well. So by the time when they reach to age 3 months, it say them for they sleep throughout the night between 6 to 8 hours, and then of course then continue for sleep during the day. And you for try for maintain them pattern and day for teach you picking how for sleep, so you're not going to disturb you. So now with tips down there on how you can handle your newborn and how to take care of your newborn. Don't forget you're listening to Radio Firefly 97.1 FM. You can call us on 088-971-971 to be part of the show. Give we your own contributions there. Waiting them and teach you where you first get where you get you first speaking. Be you mano, be you umano, but especially the woman then, because now we more they carry the pikin, now we they give birth to the pikin, and now we for take care of the pikin more. But the man get the supportive arm for Dede and for ensure say in back share in terms of the roles for the pikin. But we also get other tips as well where they deal with how you they raise happy pikin. Because we can see picking them and some picking not gladdy,
right?
Because them parents them they support them very well. So one give a small tips then how you for make you picking gladdy,
right?
And one of the tips then now for let you get fun with you baby, with you picking. You for the play with you picking, you for connect with you picking. For the left hand in one for let a fan joy for himself, or you constantly put TV on you left hand,
right?
Yes, you need
Coco Melon bar. Because that's the thing. Coco Melon, oh baby shark.
Yeah, baby shark.
Some people can just left no more. I may watch.
Yeah.
Like that's not. It's not even good for the developmental level for the baby in brain in development, because I know it need human
touch. Would they receive a call? Good morning. Your name and Usai the call from, please. We lost that caller.
Exactly.
Yes. So even if the picking they watch something or they play music for them, you for do one with them.
Right.
Sing with them. Let it learn the words, because as soon as if TV not there, self lights not there or whatever, as soon as you begin for sing the song, the picking they recognize the song. They glad you they see in face, they light up, you they smile because they recognize the joy we been received the last time where you be they sing the song with the baby. So make sure say you spend time with your baby and allow the baby for get fun. Then also help you baby for master in new skills them. You get different things them. You get crawling. Let me pick up the call. Hello, good morning. Your name and Usai the call from, please.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. I've seen a call. I've seen anything like plenty we say and we say we see for no see one eat or maybe you also eat one eat. Like me baby mama, we will get issue with the pikin. Sometimes the pikin urine inside they cry. They feel disturbed. They begin to cry too much. I don't get Bobby the cry as well. If you don't get Bobby the cry, check in pampers. They know I go check in pampers. I say, but it's not baby. Go the past frequently. They don't check in pampers. If they know I got their pampers, now pampers there. I need to buy them. So they ask me say, okay, me I never go to the baby. I lose the pampers. Baby don't soak up. So then after we don't soak, they disturb them.
Yeah.
Let me tell you more. Once they go put Bobby in a mouth, so they wait to pick. If they not change the picking pampers, you know what they do? Because of at the end of the money, put buy the pampers. Don't buy the pampers. They wait to pick the cry. They don't put Bobby in a mouth. So they cannot do see the picking pampers don't soak. Or no, you don't buy the picking pampers or the pampers waiting for the picking. Then they will come this morning 7 o'clock.
Wow.
You understand? So I don't want to forget my issue with them. I can left away when I do some work. I come, I take the picking, I check in pampers. When I lose some, I put the finger no more from silent. I say the pampers don't soak. Yes. Some say I need to go. I got to go no more down the line. I got to buy pampers. I can't spend. Watch me.
Oh, wow. It make a very valid point. Yeah. Neglect is not good.
No.
And for the fen cut way for do things because you not able. We don't give a tip say where you get newborn picking or any picking, you they use like minimum 10 nappies a day, and if you expect for you 70 for the week. So short change no day for say, oh, I don't change boku. Okay, let's just use this one for the next 4 hours or 5 hours before I change them. it cause discomfort to the pikin. It get hygiene issues, rash, they come out, bumps, all these red things that we can come up and pikin. So now make it important for take care of you pikin and look after them properly. Will they receive another call?
This is now Lizo of Regent Village.
Hey Lizo.
Oh my. Yeah. Good day. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now thank you for the educative program. For now, and I get the best program, and I get the best educative program now. Sierra Leone as a whole.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like I don't listen to the program, within the among most of we African mama them is like now the patients are not can get for we the picking the like we born new picking. It can always difficult like so markets like a different way. We picking the car like all na net and all like it take and say, hey, the picking now which and I would set.
Oh, no.
Would they pull on this area, they take care on the area, they go to other different side where the pick. So the you go take and go to not a good place for them.
Yeah.
And it can really difficult for me that picking the able sustain to decide where you don't go to. So it can really difficult. And mama need forget time for him picking. Maybe if they broke or if they do something, that picking the car. And they left that pick. Is it make crime? Now left it can really difficult for but now thank you for the program because now they really educate really man there and even the woman for make how for take care of woman or even the picking them. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate you now.
Okay, thank you for calling and being part of the show. Remember, you can call us on 088-971-971 to be part of the show, to give your own contribution. You can also send us a WhatsApp message. Call us on WhatsApp, send us a text message. You can go on our Facebook. We are live. You can see me right now as I speak. You can see Camera right now as she speaks. Yeah.
We have another
and send
caller
your comments
on the line. Good morning. Your name and where you call from?
My name is Yamanta. I call from Waima.
You call from Usai?
Waima.
Oh, okay. So your contribution to the program this morning?
Na question I want to ask.
Okay.
If you and woman they but una not born yet, how una be able pick up the relationship for them stand firm? How the joke then can they between una two? Now the understanding you not get yet.
I don't understand you not get yet. Okay. We're going to try to give you your advice.
No problem.
Okay. If you watch the other series that we don't get, we don't talk about relationship from the beginning
to the end,
from best friend to crush to proposal to the relationship to marriage, and we don't explain boku in them, and we give boku tips them. So if you get chance, now for go now with Facebook and check out some of the links.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, and Usai the call from, please.
I said that's how you talk to. Me, mama, me talk. Instead of buying nappy, because I want to go in for nappy, let me 2,000. Maybe they say no, na pampas, na fine, and nappy na only this business. And when you look at that, in I first born that day, me I didn't born first one. I make me 2 people born for me. They say no, in a pampas single need.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't see, and so they stress me up. First we pampas. In a period, I made a buko because of me. I say, put up in Niva in a fee. Because Mama didn't tell me about Napi, how to be example, how for example, picking them. Yes. So I can go in for Napi, I made the buy soup at the car, book Napi. But still, I didn't shop. They call me. Now, Papa's don't know. Hey, Mama, Papa's don't know. What about the Napi then? They say, I don't tell you, I'm able to brook. Napi, the brook will cover the picking. I say, yes. Because of you changing frequently, because of if you check on frequently, let people uncle. But be too easy. I've been there a lot of for good at picking you up.
Okay.
All
right.
Thank you for your contribution.
Yes.
It's Alex said this caller really traumatized about the whole diapering situation. We do get different methods, even all around the world, not so just salon.
Yeah.
You get some cultures that wear the nappy, the actual cloth, and then they use pinam and everything. But just like diaper, nappy, whatever you want to call it, you really need for change frequently. Not just something where they keep on you picking for hours. So whether you they use nappy, like the man they say you need for change them frequently. If not diaper you they use, you change them frequently. Everybody get your own choice.
Right.
So man comfortable with nappy because they don't mind the brook like you don't mind for the was the nappy. And so mind they mind. They're not like that in there. And so diaper easier for them. You just take her off, pull her, fold and wrap her and put her inside plastic bag, you throw away.
Right.
They don't need for wash anything. So now the person choice actually they can choose waiting and suitable and comfortable with. And as we say, for let you raise happy picking, you for allow you picking for master new skills. You for allow you picking for make mistakes them. You for teach them persistence and discipline, even when they're young, because then they understand. And it good for let you put some of those things in place. And no say you need for put the picking in interest before you yawn at the same time. Then allow you baby for cultivate healthy habits. So where they feed you picking, not to just one way no more, you they feed them. And you for find way for include fruits and vegetables. So yes, even if you baby just a suckle up to age 3 months and so on, then you can say from age 3 months, 4 months, you can start introducing solid food and other foods. Let their taste buds start experiencing different things. Would they receive another? Okay, it was a flash.
Yeah.
For them to experience different things. So like orange, you just squeeze the juice, you just put on their mouth, then lip. As time they go on, as them body they strengthen, maybe you can take small part of the orange, you take out all the seeds, you get it picking. Let it just suck banana. Mango, you do the same thing. Banana, you do. So you define out, say, okay, me picking like banana. Okay, it like this, it like that.
Right.
You try with different vegetable, cucumber, you get tomatoes, you get all these different things. Let it try the one way it go able like. Then when you don't find out, say, okay, now this in like, then you add them in healthy habits. So rather than you just feed them one constant thing, just pap, you need for mix them. Even carrots,
right?
You can boil the carrots, you mash them. You get it picking because you know say it like carrots, or you get on the raw carrot, let it cham and let it understand the different textures. Now that way they allow the picking for taste different things and also get used to different things.
Why do they provide them with the nutritional value, nutritional nutrients that we need for in development? But keep in mind, say picking and they develop at a rapid speed, especially that first 5 years not in life.
Yeah.
So that by that point they need all the nutrients where their body can get. So make sure so you as a parent, you don't need for go out of your way for able for providing thing and I think waiting and costing and about salon because all those things are like readily accessible. Even our village stuff day, and if I say they're more organic stuff than one that we would get now free tongue because I say the free tongue probably they don't die. But our village is one of the things that they raw and good. No, so all take rest because that's not just one food nutrient to get, which not carbohydrates. So you can make pap from anything. Even the carrot stuff, you can make carrot pap. Even the mango self, you know, all them things you make them as pap and waiting and calling give picking. The orange we can squeeze out, we make them as like a juice. And they can also be able to sustain it picking. What you need for keep in mind that you picking need the nutritional values then for grow. And don't forget protein as well, which is very good for brain development. And some people like can say, a big person for eat beef. Especially upline. And the big one and first so no, now picking in need beef. Many big one in get one, many picking get two. Because the big one already in don't grow. And not get for grow again, but the picking they grow and it need these nutritions but make it able to develop well. And make see most times picking them now the upline up provinces, then get stunted growth, then get distended abdomen because they know they get the nutrition and where they need or make them grow to how them for grow. And I God help some people and so we say like and you wonder why we life expectancy rate so low. Because at the early stage in we life we need all and we need to get some.
Indeed. And even when it comes to things like beef, chicken, in the Western world, what is they do? Like the mama or papa, they boil that meat or beef in nyama. Then we get blender. So they blend and let on juice.
Okay.
So they able feed the pikin. So it's ability taste for beef, it's ability taste for chicken. But most of the time, where you don't blend or where you don't mix the meat, you can mix them with carrots or you mix them with petete for just gear and sustenance, so that they able, so that they able eat them. But like you say, it's fine. Where you mix, you don't need for gear and like the strong beef, not to that level they talk about. You get before boil and for long, you put petete or cassava inside, you mash them.
Right.
They're smooth and soft. You get the pikin. Now very, very good nutrition.
Or not say me go give pikin pepper.
No give pepper. Remove pepper from that side. They don't need pepper.
Even
the salts, they don't really need them.
No.
Everything for be pretty much bland.
Yeah.
If they put salt in a small, you they put inside, but really they don't need all the extra seasoning the way big person they eat.
Pass you are eating now, but pass you say you are lick the spoon now, or you are lick the spoon. Pass how you for lick the spoon.
I tell
But
you.
trust me, all them things and they don't need them. They just need the food of it.
Yes.
Carrots, you mix her with the chicken, you boil them, you give them, and of course then say and get your own taste already. And the picking able they decide, okay, this I like, this I not like, as well as they provide all the nutritional value. If I say picking they grow, if he or she is happy, and a happy picking they got all the nutritional values. And
It's a very happy child.
It's a happy child because he always a happy, like he able sleep, they able play, and not gonna even the money you say for the eng for you too much. If you find out say you come grab business, not go that money you. Now picking where the sick they in come grab business the money because at the end of the day, in that's when it just they cry no more. It back no waiting for do.
Yeah.
So for save yourself from all that headache day, I will just make sure say no more. You do the right thing for able many picking, maybe picking come more fine.
Yeah, and wake until meal time. It's very, very important. We can tend for neglect. Yes, you get certain times in the day. You don't need for sit down with you picking for eat with her. But then can say dinner. Now the most important meal for family.
Right.
So even if you picking they eat something separate because now baby, it's still for see you they eat. It encourage them for it. So man can say, oh, me picking they eat, not like for eat, and I just bobby on, I just papi like because you know they allow them for just experiment. Let experiment. So if you and today na cassava leaf you cook, you can still put for the cassava leaf. You mash and with the rest. You put on small na inside, but you still get in bottle where you get for gam. But if they see you they eat this in back, they put on nine more. You say, okay, this is fine. Or if na cassava, roast cassava you they eat, you dig the inside. Right. You put small butter, you mash her. You back you gam, you back you they eat. So that as they grow, they remember the flavor, the essence of the food, and it enjoy the time where they spend with you. Is very, very important. Yeah. We know say not to alter you, they able to sit down and eat with you picking, but it's fine if you sit down at dinner time, net or even time where they eat with you, one or family, laying back, see say all man they eating back they eat. It encouraging appetite.
And there's this one food back I think where upline like it's very common for making them give picking and they get so much nutritional values. That way they boil the rest with pamine.
Okay.
Like and they just they boil the rest, the empty rest with pamine, they boil them to a point that the rest and the pamine they become like
smoothie.
Yes, smoothie. And then you give it picking. I still remember that food day in taste because I remember saying, oh my god, it's so sweet. I still remember in taste because like my attention left say I be eat down there, they eat a lot and I be waiting and calling. And I remember say like just like how you say it builds up memories and bonds and thing where you say picking they assimilate quick. Because I remember say like people and they eat so making sit down a corner, me say they eat me own.
Yeah.
But sometimes the picking can just learn for it for himself. Yeah. So he can like for play with that and no more. Yeah. And of course you get for expect the dirty of you get
all
for
children
dirty.
do that.
Picking get for dirty.
Oh, they're all over the world and they do and so now go the knack beat
yeah, you dirty
it's
so.
normal.
How you the next so?
It's normal.
Oh no.
So you for allow you picking for figure things out.
Right.
You not for spoil picking. Some man get this unrealistic thing about you need for make you picking happy all the time. It's not possible. No. It's not human. So as long as you picking don't get everything we need, you don't play with him or it just a vex. You still they play with him. Continue that positivity. It's normal.
Right.
No, you back go vex because it became vex. Now emotion for that particular day. So say today you wake now the wrong side of the bed. Just like how we grown up back, you can wake up, you vex for no reason. Then back can wake and do the same thing. So allow you begin for, feel the emotions the way they feel. I not say neglect them more. I say allow them for let it feel. Especially where everything okay. It allow them for cope. It's part of in coping mechanism because if all time you defend way for soothe the picking, what if you not did it and another person the man you picking for you? That means it constantly get for be needy and you don't teach them the wrong thing. Then it also say you for allow you picking for be sad or mad. It's okay. Sometimes they're happy, sometimes they're sad or mad.
And then can throw tantrums. Tantrums are pretty much normal.
Yeah.
Just like how you big person they get frustrated. Just like how you pick back they vex. So the way they wake you no one talk to nobody. Something you just get one mat no more. But these are make just like how Brigitte say, allow you picking for feel their emotions there.
Yeah.
But some come when picking the cry, say the crying. I can't give it for cry. But
yeah.
you beat the picking back. You don't even know first of all what make you. They can make communication is very, very, very important. For me, like we land that late. but I try for implement them with me nieces then and also my nephews. So if you dey cry like Alicia, but if you dey cry, I be like, why you dey cry? Why you dey cry? If they still dey cry, I say, set him out that you tell me why you dey cry. End of the day, now something funny. Probably he go to where in Sus go fast in some side. She's frustrated about it. You don't know how for go take and how for go pull and there. Sometimes him back can say, I don't know, nothing. But not just emotion what they feel. The emotion new to them. Nothing that grow, they grow, educate for experience, new emotions, new feelings they come to them. So one way they come to them, when back no able understand. The best way they able tell you or express them now if you they cry. So if you cry, you know say nothing, just take a no more comfort and say it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Kiss and hug them. It make them feel okay. So that back you don't used to that nothing now, okay, this is normal. I don't know if I but why baby say they cry? Well you wait, I can't give something for cry, but like that's trauma right there.
It is trauma.
That's you traumatizing your child. That's you like that not good for developmental because they become an adult where you be say very aggressive. Say where they go through something new and able to understand. The best way I can might resort to violence, which is not really good. So more life will be patient.
Me and sister why be they grow up now being the three of we.
Okay.
And Ina be the last one. He all tell me they cry. Even when we been small. Like the age difference between we now like 2-3 years between the three of us.
Right.
So now Ina be the last one. They cry for everything. Wait, ask her. Wait to make it they cry. Not to that wall. Not to the wall. Now the way out the wall they watch me. And you think like really?
Really?
Like you get better thing for cry about now the wall now they cry about.
Right.
Or like I don't know. Like we almost call and cry baby.
Right.
Because they not go past when you not cry.
I think that's
my own
me.
behavior
That's
than
me. I feel like I need for send me picture. Maybe they send me picture because everybody literally they talk about her and say Kamari cry as speaking like literally he cry
all the time.
all the time. Like I cry to a point my face all swell. Like as you see me. So everybody like when they go Kabbalah, everybody's like when they ask Mama for me, when are you picking way like cry? I'm like, I get name. I'm name Kamari. Come on. But the thing is, nobody took the time to actually understand, like, ask me, why were you crying? And even during the war, when I made my mind back, like, I was always crying. I was always crying. But at the end of the day, when I grow up and I realize that every single thing, like, even now, when I get frustrated, I cry. I feel things more than people do feel it. So you can call me an empath. Like, for me, I'm connected to every single thing around me. I feel things more. Like, if they go through Facebook and I see a post, like a graphic post or this, trust me, I go spend that whole day feeling, going through that emotion with that person. If I make you see, now, as an adult, I don't know, say, I'll limit my social media content. I limit the things I view on social media. And I limit my contact with people. Like, I don't begin to understand. But even at now, so when I get to that point where I'm frustrated, trust me, I cry. I cry, bing. I mean, even when I go sit private was recently, and I go sit a math, and I was sitting there, and I got so frustrated with the equation because I thought I knew what I was doing, but I kept solving, and I did get the wrong answer at all. Then I started crying, and Newman's on. Seriously? Seriously? How old are you? I'm like, it doesn't matter. That doesn't me. But the thing, these are new emotions, and people need to allow yourself to feel emotion.
No, it's true.
And so nobody took the time, basically. I had to figure that out by myself. And now person say they cry. But so man can say, you still cry? I say, yes, I still cry. The only thing no more now, they cry in our room. But
yeah, no, it's very important to allow your child to feel angry, mad, sad, everything.
Yeah.
Happy. It's very, very important. And it also say for teach you baby how for share and care.
Yeah.
So now I make like way picking small, especially gal picky, they buy toy baby for them. So that but in back the land say, okay, I need for take care of something, I need to be careful.
Right.
Or like where they with other people, they're not need for being siblings, them you they tell and say no, and where you get biscuits, take some. Give this other picking or give big person,
right.
And we can see in a salon big person they say give me no, and then the picking go give or you go make like say negi say no you for shape,
right.
You for give me half or you for take some and give me,
right.
Then they help the picking because as an adult it's not good when an adult is around and they don't know how to share.
Right.
Like you ask them like no namiyo, not to you. Like
when they hold everything to themselves. That's how selfishness breed.
Exactly.
And it can take them to their life, even the offices.
Yeah.
That's how corruption they begin, thief business. This because at a young age you don't learn say all thing you forget around to yourself. All thing na me.
Yes.
So everything where you picking they manifest as big person, they start at in developmental stages, which very important for make you teach them say, okay, this is this.
And that's how jealousy, envious behaviors come in, because you they watch other person, sometimes you want them, you not get them, and the attitude where they come up from inside, now envious behavior. So you go and do something for take that item there because you feel saying that you also forget them, you know, forget them. That's why it's important for teach you begin how for share and also how for care. Sometimes they can say if you get small pets now also they help as well. For let the picking know say no, there's something else aside from me will also exist, and me self need for take that responsibility there. And the last but not the least is be a role model to your baby. Everything where they teach you picking it a copy. Everything within our environment it a copy. Now make you really need for be careful whether they around you picking, how they talk. Some man they're loose, they're multi loose. Honestly, picking they or not they then they talk anyhow. And that picking they copy, and you can see some picking them where like very, very small, 2, 3, the words then where they come on at their mouth.
Oh no.
You they shock. Like how? You so small, like how? Because
picking
of the surrounding.
Picking them a sponge.
Yes.
Picking them a sponge basically. So and they absorb every single thing, every single thing around it, and they absorb them good, bad, negative, and make you find for make you surround that with a lot of positivity. Because if you picking, they watch you. When you say this, in back they say I make can say, oh, now the picking there, now smartphone age. But here's the thing. The picking they mimic exactly what you they do. If you get you picking where the game Bobby, you old phone. As a young 1 month, 1 week, 2 weeks, for like 1 day old self. For where you get 1 day old, where they breastfeed them. You always they see you the old phone. You if you say you notice, you they notice. The moment in self they begin for like able for control and coordination on developing hand movements and able to grab something. Now that thing what you actually do now they begin do, which is the phone. Hey, then pick sabi phone no, then pick the press phone.
But you're using it.
But you are using it. Now you eat a mimic. I think I watched a documentary social experiments actually where they do. The woman like one woman like different like it's like different houses. The one woman they like everything is electronics. Okay, we can host the other the Olympic feeding picky say na phone they all na this is the all na this is the all na like also on the by like so this don't they watch film. That's what in Peking they do it. Peking not have anything else. You carry book near them. It Allah and if you call phone, oh, you happy. But the other home, like everything the woman they do, like is schedule them. You understand? There's time for phone, there's time for this, and woman spend most of in time they read. So when they swap both Peking, if I now say the other Peking way we don't use to they take they read all the time. They actually plan meaningful activity around in Peking. Became very uncomfortable being in an environment where I be say the only thing we then focus on is just electronics, watch film, old phone. When they get a phone, and if you can't book it, glad they waiting and call. So that they show you say Peking they're very impressionable. Now waiting, then they see, then they make and say Peking at that early stage in a sponge. Whatever you see you they do, now in self they do. So make sure say waiting you surround the Peking with now a lot of positivity.
Indeed. This is Radio Fry 97.1 FM. Give us a call on 088-971-971. 1 year for Umande. We don't hear boku from the man them. And Salomande, una thank you, yeah? Una thank you because una really the support una the support the conversation. And una the show we say una really supportive. Despite waiting people then can they think about man them and they're not loving, they're not caring, they're not supportive. But the way I una they call from the beginning, we don't begin for broadcast today. Una they call and always express on ourselves. And we want the woman there, una stop being shy. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
This topic now for una from yesterday we don't begin talk about pregnancy. Man or the old belly, it just supportive during the process. We want to let the woman then really, really call and express themselves. Sometimes, woman then can go through depression.
Yeah, postpartum depression.
Yeah, because of the new experiences and what they go through. But before I go and explain some of the symptoms then, because actually na mental health condition.
Right.
Yes, it's part of anxiety and depression. But before I go there, I just want to read some of our comments them on Facebook. The Mami I say Fry Radio is Sierra Leone, and the Mami I celebrity life too sweet. And he also say wow. Then Kadiatu Mansare say, at what month should you put a baby to sit? At what month should you put a baby to sit?
Well, it depends on the genders of the baby, because then he say
okay, with a receive call. Thank you.
Oh. Well, but this mama actually this is something I learned from my mama. They tell me, say, because girl picking then spinal cord they develop early, boy picking and spinal cord they develop late. So for him, maybe the many young picking them at 5 months, 4 months at least, it begin put in girl picking for sidom. But for in boy picking, it can wait until 6 months, 7 months before it begin put some for sidom. But it also depend on how well you picking they respond or how fast you picking they develop. Because now first time being sometimes picking go take 1 month before you able like all in your aid for himself. But now this pandemic babies, like how they say, I mean, like there's a whole trend on TikTok about pandemic babies, and you find out say, and they put it picking our hospital today. Today they first for ACAID. Wow.
Please, if you really want to call us, it's okay. You can call us on WhatsApp as well.
Yeah.
With a pick up you call. So you get different stages depending on the child.
On the child.
And also, but regularly they will say like you can start practicing from 3 months. To start putting your child to sit up
and
some properly. But you need left out on your own.
No, some studies then also can suggest for every picking for able supporting aid early for the lampa in Bele. For lampa in Bele. So at that point, like even if you wake, it land for grab for himself and then can help with coordination as well.
Yes, indeed. And funnily, we have Rahim the Wizard Ra watching us.
Are you kidding?
Good morning, Rahim.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us on the show.
And we're always playing your songs, by the way.
Yes. And we have a comment from Nello Bex Dumbuya. He says, wow. She says, wow, sorry, very educative topic. I learned a lot. Thanks to the team at Radio Fry. Thank you very much. Don't forget you can be part of the show on 088-971-971 to give your contribution as a first-time parent raising your first child.
Are you kidding me? We only have like, what?
The time runs so fast.
8 more minutes until we say bye-bye. Oh my God. Like I tend to have fun with these conversations, and I think that's why we know they feel how the January they go. Because for we, time is not enough. Time seems to go so fast. And we have a lot to talk about, a lot to say, and I don't feel good about this today. Indeed. And we got a comment from one of our dedicated listener, Alvin Sisewe, say, good morning, ladies. I missed the start of the show, but I'm sure you guys are doing justice to today's topic. Mina from 6 months, the boys, they begin Sidomo.
Okay.
So some are traditions, some are people just go with their instinct or whatever can work for you. Because no two child are the same.
Nope.
No two child are the same.
Indeed.
Because my mama can say, for me, I think I saw Bobby past my mind picking them all. I think was it 3 years, 6 months or 2 years, 6 months.
Wow.
And that's how long I saw Bobby for. So some majority of the other picking them are 1 year, 6 months. So every child, it depends on your own developmental progress. And you're not going to say because baby A, they go this way, mean say baby B for B, go that way. I think that's what parents they need for stop as well. Comparison.
Indeed.
Comparison.
So I want to explain small about postpartum depression. If you're not understanding, they call them PPD, postpartum depression. Okay. That's after a woman has given birth. And they say it's very, very common, but it's also very, very treatable at the same time because it's a maternal mental health condition. And it's estimated that 1 in 7 mothers develop it. So the number is quite small. So if 7 of us are sitting in a room, 1 of us most typically would suffer from postpartum depression. And some of the symptoms for postpartum depression is extreme sadness, emptiness, and hopelessness that the person feels. And then they cry all the time. And then lost interest or lack of enjoyment in their usual activities or their hobbies. And then they get in trouble for sleep and net. They can wake and during the night, or they are awake all day as well. Sometimes they can lose their appetite, and then they eat too much, or then they feel overwhelming, or then can find it difficult for concentrate, or then they feel like say life not worth living again. Then get severe mood swings and difficulty in bonding with them baby, and then get severe anxiety, and sometimes they even get thoughts for harm them picking. So now I make the health practitioners can say if fine, if person day with that person day. Me see that day through one family member.
Wow.
And now in the UK, and she ended up having to have a nurse with her 24 hours a day, just in case he gets suicidal thoughts or he get thoughts for harm the pikin. So then they minimize your interaction with the pikin. Then still they encourage her one and say, okay, you don't 24 hours now. Okay, at least for 1 hour or for 5 minutes, just play with the pikin, spend time with the pikin, sit down with the pikin, watch the pikin, like that kind of thing, and they. But the rest of the time, now the nurse, now they intervene, and other signs as well is that most of the time the person they avoid family and friends, and then they worry excessively about them pikin, and then some monkey asks like, what's in the cause this postpartum depression, and it says a combination of different things, your hormones, your environment, your emotion, and your genetics, and you really cannot blame yourself. You're not able to blame yourself, but you're able to overcome them. You just need for see a specialist, you need support services for there with you and for take care of you. So don't feel ashamed.
Right.
As woman, if you feel that way, they not feel guilty, not feel any kind way say you're not bad mama, you're not so bad mama, just that you can't control your mental health status, your mental health condition. But people in they where they able help you with that. So I think say why Uma asked that question they what if you they go through that and they how you they able to take care of you picking at the same time. It very, very difficult. I make it fine for like get support now. Also like how you be begin for explain say the first thing where you don't left hospital and come now for make sure say you get help. Whether not for the husband or the man or your mama, anybody, no matter who, anybody. As long as they're around.
Yeah, that's the thing. New mothers, they need a lot of help. It doesn't matter if now you first picking, now you second picking, now you third picking. They need a lot of help. I think this is going to be our final caller for today because we just get a few more minutes.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is now Mr. Mukhtar recall.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to give 2 comments. They also asked 2 questions.
Okay.
Yeah, the one question I want to ask, this cold room and they talk about young baby in the pre-stage. What about if the pregnant woman if you use for drink cold water every time you get issue for cold water no more, through that they can be able to get cold before in the born them.
Okay.
Then also Mrs. F as daddy at one time I've been they go to the Pekin hospital because normally we the woman can busy and me can go to Pekin clinic. So we me can go and also they can get more preference to me because of I get that effort they for go be Pekin clinic. You see they can normally see me earlier before even the one way don't go early. You see. So I feel say we demand they also can share we need for share that responsibility there.
Yeah.
There are the other time becoming get eye problem and they can't go to hospital. If it's too young, people they ask me why they say they come this speaking. I said they can't go to hospital. Hey, wait, mama. I said no, mama they do other work. So Mrs. need for that assistance, that karango. I prepare in food at the karango. You know? So everything there things they will need for the help the woman. They're not to everything no more we need for left give the woman there for say because of inner woman on an inborn. So now that cold side they are born for them and clarify more.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
Yeah.
So for most belly women there, right, they can get the urge for drink cold water and then say if you eat yogurt, drink cold water, charm ice and then kind of the it affects the picking. It's very, very true.
Yeah.
And that for combat that side you for mix the water because you also not go deprive the mama. We there in a very hot environment. You not go just go drink warm water, you know, the suffice that thirst where you get. But if you make sure say you get normal temperature water, you mix them small with cold water so that the temperature of the water they cool small. It's very, very helpful because also the temperature of the mama
body.
Impact don't increase because they get something else where they live from but for drinking that cold water it's not actually very good. So thank you for calling and giving that contribution. We have reached the end of our conversation.
Oh God.
And we have
like now where the conversation Kingdom Suites. That's when we have to go. Sorry, we cannot pick any more calls. Like as the program today done. Sadly. But we there again tomorrow.
Yes, we are.
9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And remember, see we there every Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. As they bring you the breakfast mix. And of course, every single day you can be part of the show on 088-971-971. You can call me and make your own contribution. And don't forget, say we also did live on Facebook. You can be part of we interactive live comment section, or you can send me a direct message on Messenger. But until we see yourself tomorrow, I want to the topic to man. I'm kind of excited, and yes, to myself, no,
It's always exciting.
It's always exciting.
Well, we'll continue this conversation on the Drive Time Show,
Yes.
4 till 6 p.m. And we're going to be having it with Alusign Bundu
So.
Shine, aka Shine. And, you know, feel free for call, give your own contribution with regards raising your first child. It's very, very important. Umande. If by that 10 and day when I don't relax, no problem. Call with 10 and day. Friday on and always willing for listen to you. I have been your wonderful, amazing host. I'm giving myself accolades.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Brigitte Dalton to say.
And of course, Kamara, Sarah Kamara.
Beautiful.
The beautiful.
beautiful.
Thanks to Kaba. And I don't think I believe that again because he keeps making fun of me. But it's all good. So join me again tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Until then,
Bye-bye.
bye.